Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Picture this. You're sitting across from a colleague whose work is slipping, or maybe it's a close friend who's making choices that worry you deeply. Your heart races, palms sweat, and a knot twists in your stomach because you know you have to say something, but the fear of sparking defensiveness, resentment, or even a full-blown argument stops you cold. You've been there, haven't you? That moment when good intentions collide with the raw vulnerability of human egos, leaving you silent, frustrated, and watching problems fester. It's like walking a tightrope over a chasm of misunderstanding where one wrong word could shatter trust you've built over years. What if you could master the art of giving constructive criticism that doesn't just land without offense, but actually strengthens your relationships and sparks real change? In this video, you'll discover a profound framework rooted in timeless wisdom that turns criticism into a gift, empowering you to communicate with empathy, clarity, and impact, whether at work, home, or in your community. You'll walk away with practical tools to navigate these tricky waters, boosting your confidence and making you the kind of person others seek out for advice. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. We'll journey through the captivating story of Dale Carnegie, the man who rose from humble Missouri farms to influencing millions, including titans like Warren Buffett. His life wasn't just about theories, it was a battlefield of real-world trials, where he honed the secrets to critiquing without crushing spirits. You'll hear how he turned a near-disastrous public speaking flop into a philosophy that revolutionized human interactions, revealing hints of the emotional breakthroughs waiting for you. If this resonates with your quest for deeper connections and personal growth, consider hitting that like button to show your support, sharing this with someone who needs it, and subscribing to Timeless Wisdom Official to join our community of lifelong learners turning ancient insights into modern mastery.
The diagnosis. Now, let's peel back the layers and diagnose why giving constructive criticism feels like such a minefield for so many of us. At its core, the struggle isn't just about words, it's about the invisible forces shaping how we communicate, rooted deep in our psychology and the society we've built. Think about it. From childhood, you're taught to be nice, to avoid conflict at all costs, especially in a culture like ours in the US where individualism reigns supreme. We're raised on the idea that direct feedback might label us as judgmental or harsh, so we tiptoe around issues, sugarcoating until the truth dissolves into vagueness. But here's the counterintuitive truth often overlooked. This avoidance doesn't protect relationships. It erodes them slowly, like water wearing down stone, breeding resentment and unspoken grudges that explode later. Psychologically, it boils down to our wired-in fear of rejection. Your brain's amygdala, that ancient alarm system, lights up at the mere thought of confrontation, flooding you with stress hormones that scream danger. It's evolutionary baggage from tribal days when offending someone could mean exile. In modern terms, studies from psychologists like Carol Dweck show how a fixed mindset amplifies this. You worry that criticism implies failure, not growth, so you either blast it out defensively or swallow it whole. Societally, we're conditioned by a hypersensitive environment. Think social media echo chambers where one misstep gets you canceled, or workplaces prioritizing harmony over honesty. In the US, with our emphasis on positivity and self-esteem boosting from the self-help boom of the 80s and 90s, we've swung the pendulum too far. We praise everything, critique nothing, creating a generation that's feedback-starved yet hypersensitive to it. Rhetorically, ask yourself, have you ever held back valid input because you imagined the recipient's hurt face, only to see the problem worsen? That's the overlooked trap. Our empathy misfires. We project our own insecurities onto others, assuming they'll react as we would, fragile and offended. But the real root? A lack of self-awareness about power dynamic. When you criticize from a place of superiority, it stings like salt in a wound. It triggers defensiveness because it feels like an attack on identity, not behavior. Modern psychology, drawing from cognitive behavioral therapy, reveals this as catastrophizing. You inflate the risks, ignoring that most people crave growth if it's delivered right. Culturally, in the US, our melting pot of diverse backgrounds adds layers. Immigrants might come from high-context cultures where indirectness is politeness, clashing with the straightforward Yankee style. Viewing habits reinforce this too. Binge-watching dramas where criticism leads to blow-ups conditions you to expect drama, not dialogue. And let's not ignore the gender lens. Women often face backlash for being bossy when assertive, while men might overcompensate with bluntness to seem strong. This societal scripting leaves you ill-equipped, turning what could be a nurturing act into a relational hazard. The profound insight here? Most struggles stem from confusing criticism with condemnation. You see it as pointing out flaws, but timeless wisdom teaches it's about guiding toward potential. Overlooked is how our ego-driven delivery, fueled by unchecked emotions, poisons the well. If you're honest, you've probably lashed out in frustration, only to regret it, or stayed silent and watched opportunities slip. This diagnosis isn't to blame you, it's to liberate you. By understanding these roots, you reclaim power, shifting from reactive fear to intentional wisdom. Imagine the freedom in knowing that with the right approach, criticism becomes collaboration, not combat. That's the shift we're building toward, rooted in empathy, not avoidance. The shift, the power of wisdom. Now, let's ignite that shift within you, the moment where wisdom transforms criticism from a weapon into a wand of growth. Imagine stepping into the shoes of Dale Carnegie, a man whose life was a masterclass in turning relational pitfalls into profound connections. Born in 1888 on a poor Missouri farm, Carnegie wasn't handed success. He clawed his way up as a struggling salesman, peddling everything from bacon to soap in the dusty towns of the American Midwest. But it was in those gritty encounters that he first grappled with the sting of poorly delivered feedback. Picture young Dale, eager and ambitious, correcting a fellow salesman's pitch during a team meeting. His words were blunt, factual, but laced with unintended judgment. "That's all wrong, you're scaring customers away." The room froze, the colleague's face flushed with humiliation, and what followed was a rift that cost the team deals and trust. Carnegie felt the burn of regret, that hollow ache in his chest, knowing his intent to help had backfired spectacularly. That failure haunted him, but it also sparked a quest. Rhetorically, haven't you felt that same pang after a conversation gone sour? Carnegie dove deep into human nature, studying psychology, philosophy, and the lives of great influencers. He realized the key wasn't in what you said, but how you wrapped it, in empathy, praise, and genuine concern. This epiphany crystallized during his early days teaching public speaking in New York City around 1912. Facing a class of nervous adults, much like you might face a difficult chat today, he encountered a student whose delivery was riddled with filler words and shaky confidence. Instead of pointing out flaws directly, Carnegie shifted. He began with sincere appreciation. "John, your passion for the topic shines through, it's infectious and draws us in." Then, gently, imagine channeling that energy with pauses for emphasis. It could make your message even more powerful. The student's eyes lit up, not with defensiveness, but with gratitude. That night, John practiced, improved, and later credited Carnegie with unlocking his potential. This wasn't magic. It was wisdom forged in the fire of experience. Carnegie's philosophy, echoed in his seminal work, How to Win Friends and Influence People, draws from timeless truths, like Aristotle's emphasis on ethos and pathos in persuasion, but applied pragmatically to everyday life. He taught that criticism without offending starts with seeing the other person's humanity, their hidden insecurities and aspirations. In one poignant episode from his career, Carnegie advised a factory manager struggling to motivate underperforming workers. The manager's habit? harsh reprimands that bred resentment. Carnegie coached him to lead with positives. Acknowledge effort first, then suggest improvements as shared opportunities. The result? Productivity soared, morale mended, and the manager confided it felt like alchemy, turning leaden conflicts into golden alliances. You see, Carnegie's story illustrates the power. When you shift from ego-driven correction to heart-centered guidance, criticism becomes a bridge, not a barrier. It's like sunlight piercing clouds, warming rather than scorching. His life reminds you that true influence flows from understanding, not authority. By embracing this, you're not just avoiding offense, you're fostering bonds that endure. Feel that resonance? It's the wisdom calling you to evolve, just as it did for Carnegie, turning ordinary interactions into extraordinary transformations. The action plan. Now that you've felt the power of Carnegie's wisdom through his story, it's time to make it yours. Practical, actionable steps you can start today. We're diving into a straightforward 3-step protocol for giving constructive criticism without offending. This isn't fluffy theory. It's a pragmatic blueprint tailored for you, the busy American navigating fast-paced jobs, family dynamics, and social circles where directness meets sensitivity. Think of it as your personal toolkit, like a Swiss Army knife for conversations, sharpening your skills to cut through tension without drawing blood. You'll build internal resilience, daily routines, and lasting mastery, turning potential conflicts into catalysts for growth. Let's break it down, step by step, so you can apply it immediately and see real result. Step 1. The mindset shift, rewire your inner compass. First, you must transform how you view criticism itself, shifting from seeing it as a confrontation to embracing it as a collaborative gift. Start by pausing before any feedback moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's my true intent here? Am I venting frustration, or genuinely helping this person thrive? This internal change roots out ego, that sneaky saboteur that turns helpful words into hurtful jab. Draw from Carnegie's core principle, lead with empathy. Imagine slipping into their shoes, feeling the weight of their day, their insecurities bubbling under the surface like a pot about to boil over. In the US, where we're all hustling toward the American dream, remember that people are often overworked and undervalued. Your criticism could be the spark they need, not the straw that breaks them. To make this shift stick, practice daily affirmations in the mirror each morning. Today, I choose understanding over judgment. I build bridges, not walls. Visualize success. Picture the relieved smile on their face when your words land softly, fostering trust instead of defensiveness. This mindset recalibrates your brain's fear response, quieting that amygdala alarm we diagnosed earlier. Rhetorically, haven't you noticed how a simple perspective flip can turn dread into excitement? For practicality, apply it in low-stakes scenarios first, like suggesting a menu tweak to your barista without sounding picky. Over time, this internal pivot becomes automatic, empowering you to approach even high-pressure situations, like performance reviews at work, with calm authority. By owning this shift, you're not just preparing words, you're priming your soul to connect deeply, making every critique a step toward mutual elevation. Step 2. The practical habit, master the delivery dance. Now, embed this into a daily action. The praise suggests praise sandwich, a habit you rehearse like a morning workout. Every day, commit to one intentional feedback exchange, starting small to build muscle. Here's how. Begin with genuine praise. Something specific and sincere that highlights their strengths, like, "You've got an incredible eye for detail in your reports. It's what makes our team shine." This isn't flattery. It's the honey that sweetens the medicine, disarming defenses and opening hearts. Then, deliver the suggestion gently, framing it as an opportunity. What if we tried organizing the data visually next time? It could amplify that impact even more. Use we language to share ownership, avoiding you accusations that sting like barbs. End with another layer of praise. "I know with your talent, it'll take things to the next level." Make this habit tangible. Set a phone reminder for midday reflections. Jot down one person you interacted with and script a sandwich for hypothetical feedback. In our pragmatic US culture, where time is money, this efficiency saves hours lost to misunderstandings. Sensory-wise, feel the warmth in your chest as rapport builds. Hear the gratitude in their voice. If emotions run high, pause and count to 10, ensuring your tone stays steady, like a calm river rather than a raging torrent. Practice in mirrors or with trusted friends, recording yourself to refine nuances. Soften that eyebrow raise, warm up that smile. This daily drill turns theory into instinct, equipping you for real-world scenarios, from parenting teens to coaching colleagues, without the offense that derails progress. Step 3. Long-term mastery, sustain and scale your influence. Finally, cement this for life by tracking progress and expanding your reach, creating a feedback ecosystem around you. Journal weekly. Note 3 instances where you applied the protocol, rating outcomes on a 1 to 10 scale for effectiveness and emotional ease. Celebrate wins. A smoother team meeting, a deeper friendship, and analyze slips. What triggered my old bluntness? How can I preempt it? This reflection, inspired by Carnegie's lifelong learning, builds mastery like compounding interest in your relational bank account. To sustain, surround yourself with accountability. Join or form a mastermind group, perhaps through local meetups or apps like LinkedIn, where you role-play scenarios. Scale by teaching others. Share this protocol in your circles, watching it ripple out, strengthening your community. In the long haul, measure mastery by feedback you receive. When people seek your input, you've arrived. Overcome plateaus with advanced tweaks, like adapting to cultural nuances in diverse US settings, ensuring inclusivity. Feel the empowerment. You're no longer fearing offense. You're wielding wisdom that elevates everyone. This step ensures the shift endures, turning you into a beacon of constructive change, just as Carnegie became for millions. As we wrap up this journey together, let's reflect on the path you've walked today. You started with that knot of hesitation, the fear of offending while trying to help, and we've unraveled it thread by thread. From Dale Carnegie's timeless quote that reminds us criticism demands character, to diagnosing the deep psychological roots of our struggles, like that amygdala flare-up turning words into weapons. Then came the shift, illuminated by Carnegie's own story. Rising from farm boy blunders to a maestro of empathy, showing you how praise and understanding can turn feedback into fuel for growth. And now, armed with the 3-step protocol, rewiring your mindset, mastering the praise-suggest-praise habit, and sustaining mastery through reflection, you're equipped to navigate conversations with grace and power. Imagine the ripple effects in your life. Stronger teams at work where ideas flourish without friction, deeper bonds with loved ones built on honest yet kind exchanges, and a personal confidence that radiates like a steady lighthouse in stormy seas. You've tapped into wisdom that's not just ancient but alive, pulsing with the potential to elevate every interaction. Rhetorically, doesn't it feel liberating to know you can critique without crushing, to guide without offending? This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, turning everyday moments into opportunities for mutual uplift. You hold the key now. Unlock doors you once thought barred. From all of us at Timeless Wisdom Official, thank you sincerely for investing your time in this exploration. Your presence here means you're committed to growth, and that inspires us deeply. If this video sparked a light in you, hit that like button to affirm the wisdom, share it with a friend who could use this gentle art in their life, spreading ripples of positive change, and subscribe to join our vibrant community of deep thinkers and lifelong learners. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What resonated most? Share a story of when criticism went right or wrong, or a lesson you're taking away today. Let's build this wisdom together. Your voice matters. Until next time, carry this empathy forward and watch your world transform.